Here we have my Bitcoin fundamentals ticker, and let me just pull this to the side. Okay, here we've got our... all right, here we have longs, and we can see actual dollar value in longs. So the amount of longs currently sitting in Bitcoin is going to be around... $280 million worth of longs over on BitMEX, and shorts... only about 6.59 million. And here we have the longs to shorts ratio. Yeah, longs divided by shorts, and then actually looking at the dollar value, right? So not just the raw quantity. I want to see the dollar value because these numbers change depending on the market value price of Bitcoin. A lot of analysts don't actually look at the dollar value. They're just like, oh, there's a greater number of quantity of Bitcoin long than a quantity. I don't think that. I think that's less relevant. There's a couple different ways to look at this. Obviously, we've talked about different strategies with the longs to shorts ratio. There are 4.263 times more longs than shorts currently put on. That would tend to suggest that too many people are trying to long this market, and potentially we can look for reversal to the downside, or you can look at this as a confirmation indicator saying that, well, most of the market's long, so I should probably get long. It does seem here that from a dollar perspective, we are relatively near an area of extreme. And it is often typically areas of extreme where the market goes down. Looking at things like BitMEX funding, it does seem like last night, one of the reasons why I wanted to hold a longer-term short open and continue to hold a longer-term short open is that the funding has largely been positive. A lot of people are trying to long this breakout, and often the majority is wrong. So when we're looking for counter-trading signals, typically I prefer looking at things like longs to shorts ratios, because remember, down in the abyss, we saw the exact same thing converse, and what did? We saw price massively break out to the upside on April 1st, and shorts got absolutely smoked. So it just depends on your perspective. I don't really have a firm opinion on this because the other thing is that this is an easily manipulatable kind of meme nowadays. Like, it was fairly relevant back in the day, but now it's very, very known. It's a very popular indication, and I think it's very, very easy to manipulate. So this doesn't really factor into my analysis. I don't really have a strong takeaway from this. I'd kind of be interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are, because I'm, as it's not a part of my regular analysis, I would hesitate to call myself an expert on this. But just looking at this would seem to signal to me that my bearish conviction is a little bit stronger than the bullish, I think, kind of meme hope right now. But again, there are some indications that price could have reached a local bottom. I think a lot of the big meme ones that people point to is RSI reaching an extreme oversold level, which it's only done a few times historically. I've heard the exact same argument about BitMEX funding conversely. This is kind of a problem with looking at BitMEX funding, especially with the indicators on TradingView. And then longs to shorts ratios would obviously also fall into that kind of like meme, have we reached the bottom type territory. For me as a trend following trader, if we have reached the bottom and my bearish conviction is wrong, that's cool. Like, I was wrong. I'm not going to lose any money because I'm macro hedged. I'll just kind of lose out on getting some Bitcoin on the way up. But here's the thing, guys, and I've been saying this to my traders a lot lately, is if this is the local bottom, then do you know what that means? That means that we've got the start of another bullish run left in us, and we're going to see higher highs. And we make lots of money in bull markets, So once that hedge gets turned off and this is confirmed as a local bottom, onwards and upwards, baby. And then we can start talking about moons and Lambos and 20K and things like that, and the halvening and, six figures and all that stuff. But right now, things look pretty bearish for me, and I'm going to hold that narrative until the trend switches. Let's see here.